Hello heroes, Joe Smith here. Wow, amazing breaking news here. Um, Had like a bunch of cops fly by Joe Smith's shop earlier today, a couple hours ago. Had like uh, four county cops and then a city cop. And then the city cop shut off his lights and sirens and turned around and went back the other way. And then a little bit later, one of the county cops came flying back the other direction and heard sirens going by on the highway too. And apparently, and I mean, they're driving like 80 miles an hour, and this is hilly, curvy road that people keep crashing on. They're only driving half that fast. But just had a couple customers come by the shop, and they said they heard what had happened. Just a couple miles down the road in a little town of Pea Ridge, Arkansas there, a cop had pulled someone over, and then the guy shot the cop 6 times, they said. So they had a huge response, a whole bunch of cops from all over the place. For half an hour, just like nonstop sirens and stuff. It was like, that's crazy. That's stuff that you just don't hear of around here. So it's like, wow. It's like a Minneapolis thing or a Seattle or Portland thing, like a Democrat city thing, but I suppose some people are moving here now, going to ruin our community with their drugs and violence and peaceful protests, or mostly peaceful protests. Been noticing over the years, it just seems like keep getting more and more liberals around here. More liberals, more drug addicts, more stupid people. Not still, just kind of heard the basics of what happened. Probably going to be more information on local news tonight. Don't know if they'll make national news or not. Probably not, because it's probably a white guy shooting a white cop or something. It's unbelievable. I only heard of like a couple of carjackings in the past few years. I've only heard of one gas station armed robbery in the past several years. There may have been more that I just didn't hear of for that, but you just don't hear about armed robberies here. You don't hear about rapes here. They're like rarely a murder or something, maybe one a year or something. So this is just like incredible, breaking, shocking news for this area. Have something like this happen. There was one other police involved shooting a couple years ago, a year or two ago. Apparently a white kid that like 17, 18, 19 years old, something like that, at a gas station, had some mental problems and was wanting to kill himself and talking like he's going to kill himself, and then pointed a gun at the cops when the cops got there. So then the cops shot him, and then the kid died, or that kid got his suicide wish or whatever. Suicide by cop, I guess it's called, but so shit sitting small town America and even conservative areas. Joe Smith did a video last year showing Trump's America, how nice and peaceful and wonderful downtown was when Trump was president. Now we got shootings going on here. with Joe Biden president. But, like Joe Biden would say, shooting probably wasn't real. It was probably just an idea. And we definitely need a red tide, red tsunami next election time. Definitely need to get tougher on violent crime here and all that across the whole country. And all the rioters nationwide arresting people for trespassing in Washington, D.C. on January 7th, but then now arresting people for burning down police stations elsewhere the rest of the year. Well, just want to pass the news along. Good thing is stand your ground state now and open carry, no permit concealed carry. Definitely everyone here is going to have to start being armed if we got crazy people running around shooting cops. Actually, there was one other down in Fayetteville, which is a different county, but the metro area kind of crosses both counties, and that's south side of the metro in the other county. A guy did ambush or walk up, not really ambush, walked up to the police station a few years ago, and a cop that just went out was sitting in the car waiting for a partner to come out. I walked up and just opened fire on that cop and ran off. So there has been at least one other incident where a police officer got shot around here the past several years. Back 10, 20 years ago when Joe Smith first come down here, it just wasn't like that at all. It was just mostly like a little retirement village, kind of. $7,000 people moving here from other states every year for the last 20 years. And they're bringing their problems with them.